uh, first year students. Now let me move to the another aspect of your topic of stereochemistry, which includes a subpart cycloalkanes. So what are cycloalkanes? This definition is already known to you. Cycloalkanes are the alkanes which have same of their carbon atoms arranged in a ring system of different size, at least a minimum of 3 carbons in a chain system. For example, you can see cyclobutane. Cyclobutane is having formula C3H6. So in cyclobutane, all the 3 carbon atoms CH2, CH2, CH2 appear like a triangle, and the bond angle is here 60 degree in between the 2 carbon atoms. Similarly, when the number of carbon increases, C4H8, it is just like a square structure. Cyclopentane has a pentagon structure. Cyclohexane has hexagonal structure. And cycloheptane, C7H14, is having that is a heptane structure, where the 7 carbon atoms are arranged in a sequence. So in general, cycloalkanes are saturated and all the carbon atoms are made up of a ring and are single bonded to each other. Because of the rings, cycloalkanes has 2 hydrocarbons on each carbon atoms, and they possess the general formula CnH2n, where n is a minimum of 3 carbon atoms. You cannot have a circle or a ring system of for 2 carbon atoms. Therefore, C3H6 is the minimum formula for a simplest cycloalkane. So, cyclopropane is having C3H6, cyclopropane, and cyclobutane is having the formula C4H8. So, there is a small correction I have not seen properly. Cyclopropane is having C3H6 and cyclobutane is having C4H8. So, how to name the cycloalkanes? Cycloalkanes are named according to a triangle, circular, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon structure, and each corner consisting of carbon and 2 hydrogens. Cycloalkanes are named by adding the word, that is a prefix cyclo, to the name of the alkane. And if any substituent groups are present in the 4, 5, 6 or 7 membered ring system, that will be indicated by a certain number. And all cycloalkanes are represented as shown above with reference to cyclopropane, cyclobutane, cyclopentane, cyclohexane and cyclopentane. So I apologize here that I have represented cyclobutane with C3H6. This is wrong. Cyclopropane with C4H8 is also wrong. So please note it is a reverse in naming. Structures are correct, but the naming has done a little bit in a wrong way. Now, if anyone want to see what would be the conformations of cycloalkanes, so for that, let us see the that is a Beer-Strain theory for cycloalkanes. The normal bond angle carbon-carbon chain is made up of 109 degree, 28 minutes. So CH3, CH2, CH3, if suppose this is a compound propane, then the carbon-carbon bond angle is 109 degree, 28 minutes. And the tetrahedral carbon is consisting of central carbon with 4 different groups or identical groups. For example, the best example is methane. So here in case of methane, the carbon hydrogen carbon bond angle is 109 degree 44 minutes. So Beer observed all cycloalkenes, put forward his theory. So according to Beer-Stein theory, based on Van 't Hoff and Lebel model of carbon with 4 different atoms or maybe similar atoms on the central carbon as a regular tetrahedron and possesses carbon to carbon bond angle of 109 degree 48 minutes. So keeping this in mind, Adolf van Beer pointed out that this normal angle of 109 degree 48 minutes is deviated in case of cycloalkanes, leading to the strain in the molecule because of their instability. Greater the angle of deviation from the normal, greater will be the strain in the molecule and consequently lesser be the stability. And he said that all cycloalkanes compounds are planar 1 and the angle of deviation D is equal to 109 degree 48 minutes minus 109 degree 48 minutes 28 minutes minus observed bond angle for a particular cyclohexane divided by half. So that will give you the angle of deviation for any cycloalkenes. For example, cyclopropane C3H6, the angle of deviation here it found to be D is equal to 1 by 2 109 degree minus 28 minutes minus 60 degrees. So here the normal angle is 109 degree 28 minutes minus the 60 degree for cyclopropane. That is, in case of cyclopropane, the 3 carbon atoms are triangular in shape. Therefore, the bond angle between each carbon is 60 degree. And divide the value by half. So it comes to be plus 24 degree 44 minutes. In case of cyclobutane, the angle of deviation is equal to 1 by 2 109 degree 28 minutes minus 90. Here it is a square and each carbon atom CH2, 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 all the 4 CH2 carbon atoms are of 90 degree in nature. So 109 degree 28 minutes minus 90 degrees divided by 2, it comes to be plus 9 degree 44 minutes. Similarly, when you calculate for cyclopentane, the angle of deviation in case of cyclopentane is equal to 1 by 2 the normal angle of 109 degree 28 minutes minus the bond angle in case of cyclopentane is 108. And which comes to be 0 degree 44 minutes. Now for cyclohexane, the bond angle is 120, not 109. Therefore, the value of D in case of cyclohexane is equal to 1 by 2 of 109 degree 28 minutes minus 120. So it comes to be a negative sign of 0.5 degree 16 minutes. Cycloheptane C7H14, the angle of deviation here is D is equal to 109 degree 28 minutes and the bond angle is 128 degrees minus 128 degrees. If you do the calculation, it forms minus 9 degree 33 minutes. Cyclooctane C8H16, here the angle of deviation for cyclooctane 1 by 2 of 109 degree 28 minutes minus 135. So here 135 is the bond angle for cyclooctane between carbon and carbon, and it comes to be minus 12 degree 46 minutes. Now if you see the values, the angle of deviation for cyclopropane, cyclobutane, cyclopentane are positive, and that of cyclohexane, cycloheptane and cyclooctane are found to be negative in nature. That means the first three, cyclopropane to cyclopentane, showing plus sign means they are experiencing some strain in the molecule and they are unstable. But when you look into cyclohexane onwards, the value of angle of deviation is minus. Therefore, these molecules will experience a kind of strainless, means they are found to be stable compared to the earlier three compounds, and the angle of deviation d value is negative. Therefore, Beer strain theory put forwarded by Beer said that all cycloalkanes are considered to be highly strained. It is true for only the three compounds like cyclopropane, cyclobutane and cyclopentane. Cyclohexane onwards, the Beer strain theory fails because the molecules are stable and having angle of deviation with negative sign, and they are experiencing stability. Sachs and Moore theory for strainless ring. Sachs and Moore, these are the two scientists who have given a theory for strainless ring. According to them, if a cyclic ring becomes more strained and all the carbon atoms are not forced into the same plane, hence the carbon atoms occupying the different planes with normal bond angle of 109 degree 28 minutes, it is retained as it is, and the resulting ring is considered to be puckered ring system. That means in case of cyclohexane, you can see cyclohexane can exist C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6. 6 carbon atoms with each carbon atom carrying 2 hydrogens, CH2, 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 can be represented by boat and chair conformations. They are called as chair and boat conformations. And each hydrogen atoms on each carbon atom, one is equatorial, another is axial. So axial means if you draw a perpendicular line exactly at the center of the molecule, 3 hydrogens above are perpendicular to it or parallel to it, and 3 hydrogen below, they are again parallel to this. That means out of 6 hydrogen, 3 are above the plane and 3 are below the plane, and they are said to be axial hydrogen atoms. And the rest of the hydrogen atom which are equatorial, they are having carbon to hydrogen or carbon to carbon bond angle of 109 degree and 28 minutes. So the molecule is strainless because of puckered nature system. Therefore, Sachs and Moore, what they have suggested is, in case of cycloalkane of type cyclohexane onwards, the molecules are stable due to their puckered nature. Puckered means it is a kind of a folding of a molecule with the same bond angle and situated in different direction of hydrogen atoms on this each carbon atom. So this was the idea proposed by Sachs and Moore for stability of cycloalkanes, particularly cyclohexane onwards compound. Then we will come across another important terminology for your topic, that is conformation analysis of cycloalkanes. So what is the meaning of conformation? Conformation, configuration, almost they are coining to the same word, but configuration is representation of electron system, number of electrons in a molecule by certain set of rules. But configuration differs from the term conformation. So conformation means It is a type of isomerism exhibited by carbon-carbon bonding molecules. Here, conformation may arise due to hindered or restricted rotation about carbon-carbon single bond. Therefore, better we can take the molecule of CH3 single bond CH3, that is ethane molecule. So generally, one can represent this molecule in three different fashion. The first fashion, that is A, where each carbon is having three hydrogen atoms. One is a dotted, one is a thick line, another is a simple line. So one can represent that molecule in usual, that is called prospective formula. So where the prospective formula indicating the location of all the hydrogen atoms present in the molecule in a different shape. And the Newman projection formula and Savor's formula, these are the another way of representation of the molecules of ethane. When you see the ethane molecule in the Newman projection formula, now you can see on the screen, there is a circle which contains the three hydrogen. That means a carbon containing three hydrogen which is facing towards you. And another carbon-carbon single bond between the first carbon and the second carbon containing three hydrogen atoms. So that is behind this carbon. It also contains three hydrogen. Right? So when you look the Newman projection formula for ethane, it is showing the three hydrogen atoms. They may be sometime eclipsing with each other, sometime they are staggered form. So what is the meaning of staggered and eclipsed form? So let us see the Newman projection formula which I have represented. The carbon with a circle, three hydrogen atoms, and behind carbon again there is a circle which is not visible to us, but the three hydrogens which are behind this, they are visible. So carbon atom number 1 C1 and carbon atom number C2, if the hydrogen atom present on C1 and C2 are almost in the same line, then it is called as an eclipsed structure. If you rotate one of the bond of carbon-carbon single bond by a little 60 degrees centigrade, you will get another form, that is called a staggered. In case of staggered form, the hydrogen atoms are not closer, they are far away. Therefore, in case of staggered configuration, the molecule is not experiencing any kind of hydrogen to hydrogen repulsion. Therefore, staggered conformation is considered to be more stronger than eclipsed conformation. When the eclipsed conformations are there, both hydrogen atoms lie on carbon atom number 1 and carbon atom number 2 are in the same direction. Therefore, the molecule will experiencing some sort of strain and it is less stable. So, the prospective formula, Newman projection formula and Savor's formula for representing the same molecule ethane is shown in the diagram. Now, if you plot the graph of angle of rotation against energy for ethane molecule, the graph will look in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different position. At 0 degree centigrade, at 0 degree, at 60 degree, at 120 degree and 180. So this is a half circle. On the other side again 60, 120 and 180. So totally it is a full circle of 360 degree. So where the molecules of your ethane can be shown with carbon hydrogen structures in different way. So you can see at 180 it is the staggered form, 120 it is the eclipsed form. The energy will be more. When it comes to be 60 degree, it is a staggered form. When it is a 0 degree, again you can see the bond energy is more and it is eclipsed form. Again we go to the other side. When it is a 60 degree, you will find the 3 hydrogen atoms present on the 2 carbon are staggered. Then again eclipsed. So like this, the staggered eclipse, staggered eclipse, staggered eclipse conformations are possible. And on the energy profile diagram, it is clear that the staggered conformations are having less energy than the eclipsed conformation. That means eclipsed conformations are experiencing some sort of repulsion force and they are unstable. And staggered conformations are having lower energy, where there is a repulsion between hydrogen is very less. So they are considered to be more stable. Similarly, when you put conformation analysis for butane molecule, the structure for butane molecule already you know: CH3 CHH single bond, CH3HH. Okay, so butane consisting of 4 carbon atoms, CH3 CH2 CH2 CH3. So this molecule again can have carbon atom number 2 and carbon atom number 3 with carbon-carbon single bonding, and each carbon contains CH3 H and H, and another carbon 2 also consisting CH3 H and H. If you view this molecule according to eclipsed and staggered conformation, the 4 possibles are there. So A, just I have shown, it is a eclipsed conformation, where the 2 CH3 group on carbon atom number 1 and carbon atom number 2 lying on the same side, hydrogen are also same side. Here the flagpole hydrogen CH3 on both the carbon atom are pushing with each other, therefore they are experiencing some sort of disturbance, and this eclipsed conformation A is highly unstable. Suppose if this structure is rotated by 60 degree, you will get the second structure I have shown next, that is CH3 and CH3 are separated by 60 degrees. Then the repulsion force little bit decreases. When you go for the next, again if you make a 60 degree, CH3 are little bit again differentiated by 120 degree. In third case, both CH3, carbon atom number 1 CH3 and carbon atom number 2 CH3 are far away, it is almost 180 degree. Therefore, these are the 4 possible structures: eclipsed, staggered and staggered. Now out of these 2, the anti-conformation of N-butane, that is normal butane, is found to be more stable, where the repulsion force doesn't exhibit between CH3 or H of both carbon. While if you look into the eclipsed conformation A or gauge conformation B or eclipsed conformation B, then there is a repulsion of hydrogen to methyl group, hydrogen to hydrogen, or hydrogen to methyl group. So that is eclipsed conformation A, eclipsed conformation B, and gauge form. Eclipsed conformation A and eclipsed conformation B are experiencing repulsive force and unstable, while the gauge form and anti-conformations, where the repulsion are less and they are said to be more stable. So this can be viewed through the next slide, that is a conformation analysis. When you want to see for the molecule the energy profile diagram, I have shown rotation 0, 60, 120, 180, 0, 60, 120, 180, where you will get the 6 structures A, B, C and D. So A, B and B at 180, 60 and 60 degree possess the lowest energy. Among that, the structure A and B. Structure A is said to be more stable because the repulsion between hydrogen is less compared to B. Therefore, 180 degree structure molecule of normal butane is found to be more stable. While in case of the next one, when you look into C, D and C, there is a repulsion between H and CH3, H and CH3, H and CH3 in C and D. So among that, D is having 19.0 kilojoules of energy. That means there is a highly repulsion between CH3 and these structure D and structure C at 120 and 0 degree are highly unstable, right? So that is why if you see the possible structure when you rotate normal butane, then it looks that A, B and B are showing lower energy with stability. C, D and C, they are possessing higher energy with instability. So this is the conformation possible for butane and ethane. So these are the two examples are given necessary for your examination system. Similarly, when you think of cyclohexane, so in case of cyclohexane, I have represented the structure with a benzene-like structure and each carbon is carrying CH2. So this can be represented boat form as well as chair form and chair conformations. So in case of boat form, C1, C2, C3, C4, C1 and C4 are very close. In case of chair form, C1 and C4 are far away. So when you see the boat conformation, twisted boat conformation and chair conformation for cyclohexane, it is very much clear that the structure 1 boat conformation where the hydrogen atoms are very close and experiencing repulsion and is unstable. In twisted conformation of boat form, the molecule still experiencing the repulsion between the flagpole hydrogens, it is also unstable. But when you see the last structure, that is chair conformation, there is no repulsion between any hydrogen atoms in the molecule. So chair conformation is compared to the twisted and boat conformation is more stable and not having any repulsion force. So conformation of cyclohexane can be viewed in different chain conformations as well as twisted boat conformations. So here structure 1, structure 2, structure 3 I have shown here. Here the hydrogen atoms, they undergo flip, they undergo shift, and there is an equilibrium between structure 1, structure 3, structure 4. So where the twisting of molecule can took place. And in all the case, in the chair conformation, there is no repulsion on any carbon hydrogen of other nearby. Therefore, the chair conformation of cyclohexane is found to be more stable. Similarly, when you go through the twisted boat form, again here the bond angle of 109 degree 5 degree 48 minutes is retained, but the molecule is twisted. Therefore, A, B, B, A, they are having the lower energy, and D, D and C, if you see comparatively at a higher energy, then it is concluded at this stage that molecule A, molecule B and BA, these are more stable compared to C and D because they are having higher energy and unstable. So keeping all this in mind, as far as my idea concerned, your syllabus mainly concerned with cyclopropane, cyclobutane, cyclopentane, cyclohexane. So cyclohexane conformation is not that much important, but only chair and board conformations for cyclohexane. Up to that you must understand. And the conformation analysis for ethane, conformation analysis for butane is very essential for understanding the new concept of conformations. So before I end, I would like to add the word conformations are nothing but the isomers formed by rotation between carbon-carbon single bond. Okay, generally carbon-carbon single bond rotation is not actually imagined, but Pittiser, who pointed out that if there is a carbon-carbon single bond, it can be rotated, and that results into the different conformations, and the isomers like product are possible, isomers like structures are possible because of rotation of carbon-carbon single bond in the molecule. So this is all idea regarding the conformation, and I request you people to concentrate in particular this section: conformation of butane, conformation of ethane, and chair and board form structures for cyclohexane. So with this, I would like to complete this episode here only. So thank you, thank you, thank you.